Hello everyone, welcome back again. I'm here to take a lecture of the next sequence of the last video. Before the starting of this chapter and the next sequence of this video, I want to introduce myself. As you know, I am Kartik Kumar from Jesus and Mary Academy, and I'm here to take a next sequence part of the last video. In the last video, we had already discussed about the nucleus and the different kinds of cell organelle like mitochondria and Golgi body. In the Golgi body or mitochondria, we have already seen or we have already studied before the different kinds of structure and characteristics and function related to the mitochondria and Golgi body. Now, we will discuss in this video the next part of the cell organelles and next cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum and different many more. So, I would like to start. The first one of this video is endoplasmic reticulum, that is denoted in small one is ER. Okay, mainly it is of two types. First one is rough endoplasmic reticulum and the second one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. How can you or how can we describe endoplasmic is either rough or smooth? It is only when the ribosomal contents when the ribosomal contents are only present over the endoplasmic reticulum. That means when the endoplasmic reticulum is attached with the ribosomal, that means outermost layer of the endoplasmic reticulum having attached the ribosome is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, whereas there is no any kind of attachment of ribosome outside of the membrane or membranous part of the endoplasmic reticulum. This will called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Is it clear? Now we are going to discuss about the each and every one by detail separately. So the first of first of first of first of all we are going to study about the endoplasmic reticulum. It is the organelle which helps in mechanical support. How it gives the mechanical support to the cytoplasm? Because it gives the different kinds of network surrounded the nucleus and more forming the network of the endoplasmic reticulum in the cytoplasm. It behaves and helps in the supporting of cell. That's why it helps in or gives the mechanical support to the cell by forming a different kinds of endoplasmic reticulum network. Is it clear? Now, if the ribosome attached to the surface of the membrane is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, as I told you, it is as simplest at that. Ribosome are attached on the surface of ribosome, it calls rough, whereas there is no any kind of attachment of ribosome on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, that is called as smooth. Simple. Now we are going to about another characteristics of endoplasmic reticulum, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum. It continues with nuclear membrane. That means if you have remembered nuclear membrane, here the different number or different Position of endoplasmic reticulum are attached at the nucleus site. It is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. That means most of the rough endoplasmic reticulum are attached with nucleus. Is it clear? That's why we are here about the continuous of nuclear membrane. Rough endoplasmic reticulum are continuous with nuclear membrane. Now, the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum, it helps in transportation and synthesis of protein. It helps in transport, protein synthesis and transportation of protein is helped by only the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it synthesis the lipid and steroids. Okay, as you know, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the absence of ribosome, that's why it is called as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum is continuous with the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Somehow it's also present with the Golgi complex. Is it clear? Now, finally, we are going to study about the ribosome. Ribosome, it is the very small. It is two smallest organelles found in the all type of cells. That means if you have remember different kinds of cell organelles, that is bimembranous or single membranous, maximum kind of cell organelles, and in the cytoplasm it is a freely movable or freely suspended or with any kinds of cell organelles are founded. It is clear? It is single membranous, dense, spherical bodies composed of mainly RNA and protein. Different kinds of RNA, rRNA, tRNA, sRNA, different kinds of RNA found in the ribosome. It is the structure of ribosome. Remember one thing, if you are thinking about, we are writing here the spherical and different kinds of set, but you are looking like a not in different shape. It is the subunit of the ribosome. That means it is considered as a single ribosome, but a single ribosome constituted with the two different kinds of subunit, that is smaller subunit and larger subunit. Okay, in the eukaryotic type of ribosome, eukaryotic type of cell, ribosomes are found in 80 types, 80S ribosome. 80S ribosome. What is S? And what is 70S and 80S? We will discuss here. Now let me introduce about the S. It is refers as Sedberg coefficient. That means it is a coefficient denoting. We are denoting also centimeter, millimeter, and different kinds of measurement. It is also measurement for the ribosomal constituent. That's why it is the coefficient, which is stands for Sedberg coefficient. And 80S ribosome, that means 80S ribosome is a eukaryotic type of ribosome. That means each and every eukaryotic cell having 80S type of ribosomes are present. Whereas in the prokaryotic cells, 70S ribosomes are found. In the 80S ribosome, it is 40S and it is 60S. How it is 40 and 60 is equal to 80S? It is not in your syllabus. So remember only one things. 80 type of ribosome are found only in eukaryotic type of cell, and 70 type of ribosomes are found in prokaryotic type of cells. In the eukaryotic cells, ribosomal are a smaller subunit having 40S and larger subunit having 60S. Whereas in the smaller in the prokaryotic type of cell, it is 30S and 50S. I know it is not also as similar as there. It is 30 and 50 is equal to 80, whereas it is 60 or 40 is equal to 100, but is not equivalent. Why the 30s and 50s is equal to 70s? It is not in your syllabus. So remember only one things. 80s type of ribosome are present in eukaryotic cells and 70 type of ribosome are present in prokaryotic cells. Is it clear? As I told you, cytoplasm having the freely movable ribosomes, whereas some organelles are also attached with ribosome like endoplasmic reticulum, and in the endoplasmic reticulum is found and attached with ribosome to form a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Is it clear? So now the more function about function of the ribosome is protein synthesis. It is the one and important and only one of the most important function about the ribosome is protein synthesis. Just because the ribosome helps in the protein synthesis, we told you earlier, rough endoplasmic reticulum also helps in the protein synthesis because of attachment of the ribosome. Is it clear? Now the next one is lysosome. Lysosome is very simple and very easy diagram, and it is only spherical shapes. It is single membranous and it is only found in animal cell. As I told you, and the unique characteristics about the plant and animal, that was 3 plus 2. The one was lysosome, which was only found in animal cell, not in plant cell. Is it clear? Here the most important other functions is, here the different kinds of enzymes are present. Enzyme different, how much difference? 40 different types of enzymes are present in lysosomes. Is it clear? So now we are going to the about the function of the lysosome. It helps in intercellular digestion. Intercellular digestion. What is intercellular digestion? Digestion inside the cell is called intercellular digestion, and it also helps in the destroying the foreign substances which comes from the outermost part of the body or cells, which is destroyed completely only by the lysosomes. When the cell is old or injured, this is the most important, you have to remember. When the cell is old and injured, these rapidly destroy organelles. Hence, is also called as suicidal bag of the cell. Is it okay? No, the most important thing, the question will arises from this lysosome, why the suicidal lysosome is also called as suicidal bags. So you have to remember one thing, when the cell is old or injured, they rapidly destroy organelles. That's why it is called as suicidal bag. Is it okay? Next function is, it also digests the cartilage during formation of bones. When the bone is forming inside of in our body, at that time cartilage are digested by the lysosome. Is it clear? Now the most important and the another cell organelles are centrosome. It is also a cell organelle which is only found in animals. This contain a granule-like centriole. This is the centriole which helps you, like this is the centrosome and this is centriole. Okay, two centriole, and this centriole helps in the cell division. We will discuss in the upcoming sometime. It is found in a animal cell only, as I told you. Centriole are hollow cylindrical structure. This is the centriole. This is the hollow ventricle. The complexity of the centriole, it is looking like this. Here the ester forms in the cell cycle. Now look at the function of the lysosome. Lysosome helps in the cell division. Okay, cell division. In the cell division, it forms the spindle fiber with the help of ester. And what is the spindle fiber and what is ester formation? Look at this diagram. If it is a chromosome, and here the centrioles are present, it is the ester, and here it is a spindle fiber. Only the spindle fiber, by the spindle fiber, each and every, it is the structure of cell division, and it is this spindle fiber which attach with the chromosome and two different centriole which present at the equator region. Okay, we will discuss in the cell cycle and cell division of the chapter of class 10th. Okay, now it's time for about the plastid. It is the most important and most powerful cell organelles of plants because plastids only present in plant. It is also double membranous cell organelle. It is the largest cytoplasmic organelle of plant cell only. You have to remember these things. So look at this diagram. It is the rough diagram of chloroplast, not for the plastid, because the plastid having three different parts: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. But it is the only characteristic or structure of chloroplast. It is the coin-like structure and attached to with the in the single coin-like structure is called as granum, whereas all of the is grana. Okay, the two grana attached with a lamella which is called as stroma lamella. This is the different kinds of dot-like structure which is known as ribosome, and where the cytoplasm-like structure inside of the hollow parts of the chloroplast is known as stroma. These having different kinds of different parts of the chloroplast which having different functional aspect. So we are here about the different types of plastid. The first one and the most important one is chloroplast. The chloroplast contain a green colored pigment is called as chlorophyll. As you know that what is the function of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll, it gives the color to the leaves of plant. That's why a plant looks green in color, because of chlorophyll present in the leaf. Is it clear? And as you know that chloroplast helps in the photosynthesis. Just because the photosynthesis, just because the chloroplast, it helps in the taking of sunlight, and taking up sunlight by hitting the chlorophyll and produce the different kinds of sugar. So now the one and the most important about the chloroplast is it stores the starch, or simply we can say as it stores a different kinds of sugar like glucose, sucrose, starch, different kinds of, which is found in leaves. Okay, chloroplast produces starch, means carbohydrate, and found in leaves. Whereas about the chromoplast contain the red, orange or yellow colored pigment, and it gives color to the fruit and flower. Is it clear? The most important thing about the chloroplast and chromoplast is about the containing of colors. It contains green color, whereas it contains red or orange or yellow color. Now About the leucoplast is colorless plastic. There is no any kind of color in the leucoplast. That's why it helps in the storaging of food material or nutrition. Is it okay? It helps in storing, it helps in gives the color to the fruit and flower, it helps in gives color to the leaf and helps in the photosynthesis. It is the plastid which only found in plants. Is it clear? Now, the most and one important cell organelle about vacuoles. The vacuole is single membranous. Outside of the vacuole, this is the membrane and which is known as tonoplast. That means the membrane of the vacuole is known as tonoplast, whereas the fluids present inside the vacuole is called as cell sap. Is it clear? As you know, it is only found in the plants in the large amount or mature form. But whereas somehow in animal cell are found in very few amount or very few or little in size, mostly absent. Now about the function of the vacuoles is it store the nutrients and waste product of the plants. It provide the turgidity and rigidity to the plant cell. That means it helps in a major role of the plant cells, turgidity and rigidity. Here your cell structure and cell chapter is completed. Now I would like to say one thing. You have to recall and you have to read and you have to watch each and every sequence of video at one time, and if you have any problem, write the comment in the last video. I will discuss and I will mention you if any have a query. Okay, we will meet soon in the next video, or simply you can say it as in the next chapter.